Hi Geminis, gems in my eyes. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Nala's greeting you as well. As you can see, I'm in a different place, but I'll be back home in my usual setting next week. So if you do hear any noises or Nala starts doing some weird things or jumping around, just ignore it. Don't mind it, okay? All right, so we're covering the last few days of March and then up to April 3rd. And this week, guys, we do have a new moon in Aries on the 1st. It's not April Fool's joke, we do have a new moon. So with this new moon, it's kind of like the entrance, the beginning of spring, where you may feel like a spark, a flame being ignited within us to maybe start something new, do something new, you find a new passion, a new hobby, and it can be in any area of life, but we're gonna feel maybe this like antsiness or like motivation to kind of get up and maybe try something new or do something new, or you're just gonna feel a little bit different. You may feel a little bit more energetic as well, but also remember that being in Aries season, that the sun is exalted in Aries, so we can maybe go too far or do a little bit too much, so always keep everything balanced. But this could be a good time to like get work done, get motivated, maybe start a workout routine, like anything like that. Okay, all right guys, so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards, okay? All right, so when it comes to your health, Geminis, it feels like, there she goes, it feels like you're going to be celebrating something, or you're going to be really happy. Like maybe you're getting together with some friends or family, or maybe people that you like to spend time with, and you're just doing activities together, and that kind of helps your health. It feels like this week it's more about like your emotional health and being emotionally happy, because I feel like that matters a lot more than people think. Like you could be physically fit and be physically good, but if your internal world is not good, like it does reflect, it does eventually affect all your other area, like your mind, your heart, everything. But I feel like emotionally, you may feel really good when you're around certain people or hanging out with people that you love and that love you. So being around friends or family could help you with your health. You could just be feeling emotionally, maybe you're getting support from them during other times when maybe things are not so good with other people in your life. Okay, so it feels like emotionally or health-wise, you're on a good path, okay? All right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, and sorry, I have all the cards here, but it can get messed up easily, so I'm just gonna tell it to you, hopefully you don't mind. So when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, it feels like you're gonna be like waiting on something, or there's something that's been kind of like on your mind, or it's like you're feeling something out. Maybe you're like waiting for a package, maybe you're waiting to decide something, or to sign an agreement, or to make a decision, or to submit something. It feels like you're waiting on something, or you're kind of just like feeling it out first. You're like, let me give me a little bit time. I don't know, you could be a little indecisive, or you're just kind of waiting for the right time to like pounce on something, to attack, to go for it. So this may be the week where you're kind of just like figuring out, you're feeling things out, you're not really making any big decisions, you're not jumping into anything, you're kind of just like feeling things out and figuring out what your plan is or what you want to do. You could be dealing with, or maybe you work side by side or go to school with a Pisces, and maybe this person's helping you or giving you a different perspective, or maybe kind of encouraging you to kind of think things through before you like act too fast or act too impulsively. So it feels like you're gonna be waiting on something, or you're maybe just simply waiting for a package, or waiting for an email or response from someone. Okay, all right, just don't get stuck in like analysis paralysis, where like you don't make a decision and you just get stuck in like let me wait. You don't want to put it off for too long if there is something important that's coming up. Okay, all right, and then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side we have the Four of Cups, the Tower, and the Five of Wands. Ooh, and then on this other side, for this other person, we have, and this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse, Temperance, and the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, Nala, relax. Sorry, I have like a big window in front of me, and so she gets to like look outside, but hopefully she won't get too crazy. So as far as who you could be dealing with, I feel like it's definitely someone who's acting very immature. Maybe they're like literally younger than you and they're like acting very immature, or you guys are the same age, or they're older but they're acting very immature. It's like both of you are playing the like I'm not gonna give in, you know, being kind of prideful, or like not wanting to give the other the satisfaction or the validation, or say like, oh, you're right. Like both of you are kind of like being pouty with each other. As far as who you could be dealing with, I feel like it could be an air sign like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, a Sagittarius, and or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But it feels like they're giving me the energy of like know-it-all, or like they feel like high and mighty, like, no, I'm right, you're wrong. And maybe that's not exactly how they feel, or maybe that's just how you think they are acting. At least that's the kind of vibe that they give me. So it feels like maybe they haven't been the nicest with you, or maybe they've said some mean things that have kind of left you just like, you know what, forget it, I'm just gonna ignore them. Like maybe you've been ignoring them or trying to ignore them, or giving like each other like the silent treatment, I guess, trying to see like how long, who's gonna like budge first, who's gonna like give in first kind of energy when you're both like mad at each other. It feels like they haven't been really thoughtful with their words. They've been really impulsive, or have been, I don't know, maybe like nitpicky or criticizing you. Their words have not been the softest, have not been the most compassionate and loving. And it feels like there may be, or maybe there already has been, some kind of like fight or discussion or argument. It's like some sudden thing, everything just kind of explodes. Like emotionally, you're just triggered. And usually you're not like that. I feel like usually you're not like the type to be like, you know, aggressive or confrontational or anything like that. But like something happens maybe this week where you're just like, enough is enough. Like I've had it. Like you may go off on this person, or like other people in your life maybe kind of like fire you up, and you're just like, oh, I can't do this. And maybe you'll go off on this person, or both of you just like clash. But it feels like there's gonna be some kind of sudden shock, sudden change here. And emotionally, you're just gonna like, everything's gonna like come out. It feels like, yeah, there could be a big argument or a big fight, or you just have like, you start like crying or something, or they start crying. I don't know, but it feels like you don't feel like they're paying attention to you, or maybe you don't feel like they care about your feelings, and that is kind of hurting you. Like almost like they're just kind of being inconsiderate, I think. And maybe that you are going through something in your life right now, and you feel like you would really like their support, and maybe they're not being supportive of you, or not showing like any care or concern maybe for what you're going through, or how you're feeling in regards to maybe how they're treating you, or what's going on between the two of you. And so yeah, it feels like you're not seeing eye to eye, you're not on the same page. It's like instead of working together or fighting for each other, it's like you're fighting against each other right now, which doesn't help anything. And it feels like maybe right now they're just trying to be like, I don't know, they maybe claim to be very like positive and optimistic and someone who's wise and knowledgeable, but it's like they're wise and knowledgeable about other things, but when it comes to like a relationship and trying to make it work, it's like they think they know everything, but they don't know everything, and they don't give, it's like they don't think they need to change, that kind of energy. Like it's like, what's wrong with you? Like I don't need to change, you need to change. Like they don't see what's wrong with what they're doing, or like how they're talking to you, or how they're treating you. Like what do you mean? Like what are you talking about? This is how I am, like accept me as I am. Like you're just being sensitive, or you're just being emotional. And maybe something along the line, something that they end up saying or doing, it just kind of like does it for you. You're like, okay, I've had it, like enough is enough. And it just like, their words are not being nice, and then they just maybe stop trying, or stop even like being nice at all, or like even messaging you or calling you or texting you. It's like everything has like, they got kind of cold. They turned like really cold on you. Like maybe it happened very suddenly, or it's been happening like progressively, where like over the weeks it just like they just haven't been at the same. They've been more distant, or more cold, or less affectionate, less sweet, and you're like, what's going on? And you don't want to be dramatic, you don't want to cause a scene, or like seem needy or desperate, anything like that, but like you just want to feel heard, you want to feel understood. Like I'm like, dang, like I want to feel like you care at least. But it's like, even when I try to speak up or say something, or I seem hurt, you don't even care, you just get mad at me. It's like they turn it around on you, instead of maybe trying to understand why you feel the way you feel. So yeah, there could be some kind of explosive fight coming up, or maybe it already has happened between you guys. There could be other people involved too, maybe like friends, family, coworkers, or people at school, I don't know. But it just feels like they are kind of like not wanting to, like don't want to even hear or see your perspective. They just think they're right and you're wrong, and it is what it is. And so they're just being very, very cold, very, very mean. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's not making you very happy, and you're very mad at them. I just feel like you're angry. Like you're gonna start off just being like kind of annoyed, but then progressively, like emotionally, you're just like, okay, this is too much, and then you just explode and you get super, super mad. And I feel like usually you don't like to get to that place. Like you don't want to be out of your element or have someone like provoke you to like act out in a way that's like not you. But at times, you know, we're human, it happens. So, you know, it could happen, maybe not for everyone, but yeah, there's definitely some issues here between the two of you that need to get resolved and need to be heard. And like they can't just like pretend like everything's okay, or just ignore you or treat you poorly and expect you to just like deal with it. You know, that's not right. So we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. All right, so we'll continue on in the extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.